Hello, everyone. My name is Antón Rodríguez from Optare Solutions. And I'm going to introduce a hack we presented in this TADHACK, in the last TADHACK in Lisbon, which is called heart rate monitor. So just let me introduce very shortly the company where I work for. It's called Optare Solutions, and we work with operators around the world, helping them to launch new digital services. Okay, we are specialized in Java development. We are developers, but also specialized in the telecom environment. In this company, I work as a development manager. We were collaborating in the last two TADHACKs and the last TAD Summit with Oracle, providing the platform for developers. The platform and all the support to the developers. Okay, so a lot of developers in the TADHACK use the platform to build their own hacks. The good thing in the last TADHACK is we have time to develop our own hacks and to participate in the both ways, as sponsors, but also as developers. And I am very proud of this. We won. Okay, it was totally unexpected because we were using mostly the platform we were supporting, but also Intel board. And when Intel saw our hack, they say, hey, that's quite cool, and they gave us a prize. So what's interesting, how in the TADHACK you can merge technology for different vendors to build cool things. So when we start to think what we can do for the TADHACK just for fun, the first thing we did it was look for a problem. Okay, and in our case it was quite easy. Okay, that's our city, Vigo. We're here very close to Portugal, and in our city the people is very, very angry with the new hospital, and it's not a sense because it's a new hospital, it's very modern, but there is a problem, and there are no place for park your car. So if you want to park your car, you have to pay something like 15 euros or 20 euros per day, and it's really expensive, so the people is very, very angry. In my area in Galicia, there are a lot of old people, and they don't have to pay such a big amount of money. So the people is really angry with that, and as you can see, all the citizens were claiming in the streets because of that. So we think, okay, how we can help to solve this problem? Okay, obviously, a teleconferencing system, it will help, but it's not very innovative. Okay, everybody knows teleconferencing right now. So what more we can do? Okay, well, when we try to think out of the box, I always look in this amazing website called Dilbert. I know probably most of you know Dilbert. How many of you know Dilbert? Raise your hand. Not too many. Okay, that's nice. As usual, we found a good idea here, okay, which is basically, let's replace the doctor, let's replace the nurse with computers and robots. Well, maybe a bit futuristic, a bit complex yet, but we want to give a try to this idea. So we spoke to a team we have in Optare, which is specialized in analytics and machine learning, and we asked if this is possible. And they told us, well, it's possible. What you need, basically, it's a huge amount of data, okay, from the patients, from humans, okay, store that data, and after that, the computers can analyze the data. After several generations, after several iterations, the computers can start to see patterns on that, and they will be becoming better and better and better in doing the diagnostics. So the first step is just to retrieve that data from the sensors connected to the humans. Okay. So obviously, we want to participate in the hack, so we don't have several generations. We need someone for the next weekend. So what we are going to do is mix this teleconferencing system to solve the parking problem and add the sensors to our hack. Okay. So I'm going to try to show you the demo. Let's see if it's going to work. So please, can you have me here with the microphone, because I need to. Thank you. So we have a Chrome browser where I'm going to log in as, for example, a doctor. Okay. And we have a Firefox browser where I'm going to log in as a patient, for example. Okay. Patient, yeah. Okay. So now, as you can see, we have different sensors, and one sensor is activated. What we are going to do is start the call. In this case, the doctor is going to call the guy, come call, answer. Okay. We have established the call. Okay. Well, in this case, it's just me and Luis in the other side, but well, it works. You are the doctor. You are the handsome doctor. Okay. So now the doctor is going to ask for permission to have access to the sensor connected to the patient. And we see here, now we can allow monitoring. Both of them, the doctor and the patient, are seeing exactly the same graph. Okay, this is something we obviously is based in WebRTC, and we are using the data channel to send contextual information to both endpoints. One of the things we can do here is the doctor can move the graph from one side to another one, and the patient is seeing exactly the same thing. So the doctor can explain to the patient what the doctor is saying. Okay. If we double click, we continue thing. And also the doctor has access to some contextual information, well, to know information about the patient. So, simple thing, okay. The other thing we are, it's the possibility to move the patient, for example, because the patient has to go to the kitchen and they want to continue the session directly in their smartphone. So they can just launch the application, oh, oops, it has crashed. Oh. Let me show you my video. It's a pity. Okay, you see here how we are connected. And here we move the application from the website to the Android. And what is interesting here is we are not losing the connection. We are able to connect exactly the same session. We don't have to do anything more, just reconnect and continue the session directly in the smartphone, okay? And sorry if it's wrong, it's because of the Wi-Fi. I can show you later if it's interesting. So we can just move the connectivity to the other, to the smartphone. And now the doctor can ask for permission to access to my smartwatch, which has a heart rate monitor, okay? And I am just clicking allow in my smartwatch, and the doctor is able to see the same information and to store the same information in the web page. So as you can see, you can access different sensors in different ways and using different devices. So you are all interconnected. It's simple, but in the same way, it works in different browsers, and it works quite well. Well, let me. Here. So this is the main architecture we have used. There are a lot of pieces here, but we use mainly all the architecture provided for Oracle Communications, thanks to them. We do all the developing application server, and we manage all the WebRTC part using a SIP gateway, an API gateway, and a media server, the guys from Dialogic who are also here. And what is very interesting for us is WebRTC as a solution for e-health platforms, because it provides privacy. It's all the communications, it's encrypted, it's point-to-point or point-to-multipoint, so it's a very good technology for this type of use cases. Also, it provides contextual information. As you can see, we can send information from the sensors, where is the patient browsing, how is connected, and so on. So you can build a lot of use cases around that contextual information. Also, of course, the patient doesn't need plugins, don't have to install anything in their computer. They can use directly their browsers or their smartphones. It's very simple, for example, for all people who is not very used to the technology. And finally, it's something which works mobile and web. So that's very interesting. And that's all. If you have any question, we're happy to reply. Answer them.
Any questions for Antón? Anyone? Just talk about it.
So I want to know whether you charge for the patient, how you charge them, or is totally free?
Well, to be honest, this is not a product. It's just a proof of concept to demonstrate the technology and how to use the technology. We don't have the idea to charge the patient, but in our area, the public sector is very interested in the solution, and they are thinking in build something very similar and offer that for free to the patients. It's true in Spain, all these hospital things are free, and government is always investing on that, so they are willing to pay for that. Okay. Welcome.
Please join me in thanking Antón.
Thank you.